In fact,
although
between the two of us,
I know. Although we do like to keep stuff, but so not the point right now. Although
only if it sparks joy.
Only if it sparks joy. We're working that one. And the message of we're in a big clearing and decluttering time, actually, so it's quite purposeful.
The planet.
And the planet is in the same place.
Yeah.
And so it's awesome. And that kind of a question, that kind of a choice, that kind of a practice is one that lifts you up to joy, one that lifts you up to love, one that lifts you up to pleasure and connection, and something that feels more peaceful and freeing and uplifting is actually what's needed in humanity, in everyday life more than ever, and will continue to be so. And so you have a message inside you, you have medicine inside you, whether it's for the world at large or your inner circle. We know that that's true because you're here with us. So we know that that's true about you. And we know that it's true about you, that it's something that has a higher vibration, a consciousness that lifts people up rather than keeps them small and stuck in a lower vibration feeling or judgment or, experience. And again, that's why this idea of really making choices about the ways of being and the vibrational frequencies and the emotions and the things that you practice and keep alive, peace, love, joy, kindness, creativity, expression, all of these things are so important, so that at the moments where you need it, you can do a take two. You can come back and try again.
Nice.
And you can
reference there.
and you can preserve and harness your energy so that you have more to put towards your message, your mission, your purpose, and your uplifting of yourself and others. It's huge. I just also want to say that the way that we just connected all those dots is really fun for us. That's a big part of what we do, and how everything is connected. And so we hope that you stayed through that and found those connections.
Track that.
And track that. You have a message, you have a mission, you have medicine. You're here with us, we know that's true. Your message, mission, medicine is one that is intended to lift people up and elevate consciousness. That's why we're all here together. And it's about you making choices about how you choose to live, the emotions, the thoughts, the vibration, and then in the moments that are going to happen, best intention, but the moments are going to happen where you have little altercations, little things, and you have to get jiggy with it.
I'm not going to live that down, am I?
That's good. It's so good. You have to make some changes on the fly. Rather than leak your power and energy, you do a take two.
Well, it's no wonder, just we're passionate and have become so good at helping people identify or find or uncover what that medicine is, because we had to do so much digging and sweeping. We did the work and still do every day to know that is our medicine. And no kidding, I know that everyone has a version of that. You have your version of that, and it's just super important. It's important for you. It's important for your family and your beloveds. It's important for the world. So those moments, ready for that?
Yeah.
So those moments when you can choose between going down into the
reaction,
what's called the social consciousness, or the reaction, or reacting to the 3D world of Facebook and the news and all of this,
or the people around
you, the conversations that are happening in your space, where you can be triggered by that and go with that, or to give yourself a do-over and create your own take two. We have a tool, a practice, a strategy here in the Prosperity Playground we call the Neuro Squeegee. because neuroscientists have told us something we already knew, that 3 deep breaths reset, recalibrate our nervous system. The nervous system that has recorded all of our lifetime of information, all of the experiences we've had, all of the interactions you've had with other people, and locked that into your nervous system in the form of habits and automatic responses and what psychologists call patterns. We love you too, Charmaine. We love
Thank
all
you,
of
Vanessa,
you.
all these beautiful comments.
And so the neuro squeegee takes for a moment all of those locked in neural pathways and for a moment squeegees them clean. So your nervous system, for a fraction of a second, is wide open to a take 2.
I just want to, before we actually do the practice,
Yeah.
your face, before we do the practice, I want to just reiterate what you just said for a moment, because what we're deeply passionate about here is that this is not just what we call spiritual saran wrap. This isn't just something that sounds really good and then in an hour you forget because you deal with a certain situation or circumstance or conversation that throws you off. So what you just said about how our biology, our bodies are wired to in a specific way. And when those moments happen, because we've been talking about being a choice, we've been talking about all this stuff that it's very easy to say, I know that already, I do that already, I forgot that one already. And here's what happens. Our bodies have all kinds of biological, chemical, neurochemical stuff going on all the time. It's how magnificently we're created. And so for however long you've been here, we've been here, there have been patterns that have been created and grooves over and over and over. We call those red wires that have been put on your nervous system, put on your biology. So
We have a program for that.
We do have a program for that. So that, we have a few. So that every time something happens, it triggers, like a computer, a whole bunch of responses and reactions. Now, it's very easy when you're in a high vibe place to say, oh yeah, I know this, gotta be peaceful. I know this already. And then go about your day, and something happens. And all those things, like a computer, like the brilliant
Calculating machine.
calculating machine that we are. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, we're going to do another conversation about that. That our bodies are, it actually triggers things. And once something gets triggered, something else gets triggered. And once something else gets triggered, then something else gets triggered. And all that happens until it doesn't, which is why practices are so important and why we gather here together. And it's so important to have a place to make this stick. Because in the moments, all this other stuff happens. And we have to become super conscious to say, wait. I can take a breath here. So this neuro squeegee tool that even those of you who have been with us and been in this practice for years and for a long time, let's just remember what an incredible muscle it is that you're building and we're building together. Let's celebrate that this little tool, like Sonia said, squeegee time, this neuro squeegee is so important because it interrupts all this other stuff that's going to go on until it doesn't. And then you have more choice. Then you can do a take 2. Then you can have more of your own life force energy and power to go and do the things you need to do. So this is a very real practice that you already have inside you. And we do this, and then we layer into that space a higher consciousness, truth, and meditation, and prayer, and intention to amplify that. It just felt really called to speak to the
Glad you did.
absolute masterful understanding of what we're doing here, even though it seems so simple.
Whew, yeah, so glad you shared that. And it it is important to make it simple because our bodies are really complicated. Our nervous systems are very complex, and it takes repetition, and that's why we're here. And so this idea of the neuro squeegee in a brief moment to create with 3 deep breaths this opportunity for a take 2, an opportunity for a do-over. So yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Beth. So Sonia, you're right. It is squeegee time.
Squeegee time! I don't know. It just
It's like
felt
super
important.
consciousness. Super consciousness. Okay.
There are a lot of gold nuggets in this
Oh my
playground.
God. Yeah.
This is serious spiritual awakening stuff.
Serious-
although a
serious
ton of
stuff.
fun, as it really should be. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So try to do the squeegee. My cheeks hurt from smiling. Okay. We start. We prepare our bodies, our physiology, with a deep breath, with an exhale, to prepare our bodies for that first deep breath. And as you release that first breath, know that your body is relaxing and your nervous system is opening up. Second breath. With each exhale, your body continues to relax. Those neural pathways start to melt away. Third breath. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Beautiful comments, Rama. Thank you.
Rama, thank you. Now,